Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 3 or 4 minute video I get in and out, and I tell you everything you need to know. I have been doing this for 50 years. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters. I worked there a decade. I've been in private practice for 40 decades. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I've been on all the national news stations, CBS, NBC, Newsmax, News Nation, NTTV. I've been on a bunch of them. Anyway, you can see all my interviews, but more important, my team at 777irs.com. As a former revenue officer, I went out and I used to be the bad guy. I used to knock on the doors of businesses and say, hey, you have your 941 taxes. If not, I'm going to close you down. And back in my day, I just would close the business down if they had continued 941 problems. IRS today is a little more lenient, and many people have gotten behind on their 941 taxes. What they do is they don't put it aside, which is normal. It's hard to do. It's hard to pay over that money, when you got all these bills. I know, I'm self-employed. I got the bills too. So if you have a business right now, the most important thing that you can do, let me explain that to you, is as a revenue officer coming out, I want to see two things. I want to see, let's say you haven't filed in a year and you've been bad for a year and you're listening to my video and you want to settle your taxes or you want to fix your payroll tax problems. You got to stay current on filing and start right now to make your estimate tax, your federal tax deposit. As a former revenue officer, if I came out and I seen, let's say you had a bad year or 2 years, but all of a sudden I see you're really trying to do good, you filed your tax returns and you're current on your federal tax deposit, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to investigate and look at your financial statement and see, I'm going to do one of three things. I'm either going to put you into a current hardship, which means I'll reevaluate your case in a year or so. I'll put you on a payment agreement, or you can settle your case for pennies on a dollar through the offer and compromise program. But when I tell you this, understand everything depends on your current financial statement. IRS is going to take a 433B financial statement. You should be familiar with it. And they're probably going to take a 433A a financial statement, which is your personal financial statement, just to make sure you're not holding money from the business there. So if you're thinking of settling your tax bill through the offer and compromise, or if you want a payment agreement, or if you want a hardship, that's something that the revenue officer will do when they go ahead and come out and work your case, or you may want to start doing it now. You've got to be aware of something, and that's called the trust fund penalty. If you're not aware, if you owe back 941 taxes and payroll taxes, IRS is going to set the trust fund penalty up against you personally or persons who were responsible. What's that? It's the money that you held in trust, the withholding money and the Social Security that you withheld out of the checks. That's trust fund money. If you never paid that to IRS, IRS is going to go after you personally for that money. So if you're not aware of that, you better be aware of that. So if you want to settle your tax debt, you can do that through the offer and compromise program. I do this for a living every single day. If you want to try to settle your debt, give me a call. You can speak to me personally, but remember the offer and compromise program is available for businesses as well as personal. Okay, so remember your financial statement is going to drive the outcome of your case. So anyway, if you would give me a subscription, that would really help me because it helps me for the YouTube standards. The more subscriptions you have, that's why everybody asks for them. You can leave me a comment, give me an idea for a video. I'm happy to help you out and answer your questions. Thank you so much.